So, Top Shot community, consider this a part two to the last My Picks episode. So, I told y'all about how Liquidated Rudy Gobert turned into buying other assets. Other players I feel like gonna grow just cheap and just kind of came out from this new base moment, from these new base moment release, which was release 21, came out in the pre-order pack. But now that I showed you these, Rudy was about, what was that, around 170, 180. After buying those, this is my Dapper balance now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put myself in the mind of somebody that's new. This their first day coming to the Top Shot. They got a dub, not a dozen, but they got probably like maybe $25 in their pocket, and they want to put that in the Top Shot. Not in their pockets, but they have $25 to invest into Top Shot. I want to break down how I would go about that process if I was in their shoes. So I know I say 23, but I'm gonna make it work with 25. I'm gonna say 25 because I mean it's, So first I would go to the sort and buy. Let's look at what the lowest on the market. I want to set no filters because it's not gonna happen. But the odds of, I ain't mean to click it, but I don't want to tell the filter because I mean it's not gonna happen. But the odds of an S1 player, somebody undervaluing or underpricing that S1 player, and they going up for like $5. That could happen. It just not, because I mean I don't think nobody would be, crazy enough to do that. So if you in the Top Shot, you obviously gotta know or like basketball, or at least seen it at least once before. Unless you just total investor, then that's something else. I don't know what this. I can't help that. But you see the lowest price on the market, the floor is $6. So we got 25. So there's a couple things we could do. You could either buy a player that's around that $20 range, and just kind of go all in on one and hope his play make his price go up. Which is, I mean, you could do that, but it's a lot more riskier because you only got one moment now. Or you use $25 and buy a little $6 moments until you don't have no more money, and then you could mix it. Or you can maybe get one player for like $5, or even two players for $6 or something, and then get another player for maybe like $15, $12 to $15, something like that. But if it was me, scrolling down, let me see Patrick Bev, Marley Bay, Beasley, Son Whiteside. Son Whiteside might actually get more PT because Marvin Bagley just got hurt. I think he did something to his hand. He always hurting his hand. I don't know why. But nobody I would put my $25 into. Rudy Gay. The Spurs as a whole, they're underrated just because they market, like nobody cares for the team really. It's kind of a boring atmosphere. Like they're a low market team. So I mean I would think about getting one, but I think we got better options. Joe Ingles, somebody on the Jazz who like 1 or 2 in seeding for the playoff spots. That might be smart to look at. Joe Ingles been shooting good for the Jazz for like a long time. I don't even know when he first got into the league, but it seemed like ever since I seen him, he been shooting threes. Like a Kyle Korver kind of, but like different, a little older. Devontae Graham. Devontae Graham is somebody I would actually buy for $1. I mean, buy for this price. Working with that budget. Mike Conley because of the superstar badge that he may get. And he also playing the Jazz, who are pretty much likely to go into the playoffs. Drew Holiday is underrated in my opinion. especially now him playing with the Bucks. He playing with Giannis. He was doing what he was doing with the Pelicans and Zion. He been with New Orleans for years, but I think the new scenery change. I mean, he might go further than usual, and it might force him to play a lot better than he usually has. So that's $6. That's a $6 loan I might grab. Malcolm Brogdon. I like Malcolm Brogdon, but he has another play that's a little cheaper, which might be able to get. That's not out of 35,000. That's really good too. Duncan Robinson also along with that Heat team. I don't know. I ain't really heard too much about him. I don't know what happened. Julius Randle. Only reason I want to grab Julius Randle right now is because we're in the back half of the season, and I don't know if the Knicks gonna make it to the playoffs. Even though they got the talent, I just don't know if they got the record. Who's that? DeAndre Jordan. He play on the Nets, so they pretty. I mean, you know they going to the playoffs, but as far as DeAndre Jordan, I don't know if he gonna be on the team. The way he been playing now, it's looking iffy. But they just got Blake Griffin, so I doubt they would break that up again. Fred, DeAndre Hunter, they got the Hawks got a good team, but they in that same category as kind of like the Knicks. They not as bad as the Knicks, but they just don't usually make it far in the playoffs. Same with the Cavs. Now at least, Colin Sexton, they got a nice group of young guys. But with $25, I wouldn't put that into somebody that's not guaranteed into at least the playoffs. At least. Aaron Fox wouldn't be bad, but for $12, I wouldn't do it. So now we get into the double-digit numbers, so we got to be a little bit more strategic in what we finna grab. Since we passed all the low numbers and didn't really care for, we did, but we didn't pick any up. If we see somebody in the higher numbers, higher price range, then we have to make sure that that's a player that we know is going to, tee up, have good games consistently. Maybe not every night, but, at least maybe one breakout game a week or something like that. Kristaps is definitely on that list for $12. So, but before I even grab it, we make sure there no other player around $12. Go to the. I'm gonna type it in. That's 10. Alright, so let's get back down to him real quick. And I mean, even if you're not working with a budget at 25, any budget you're working with, I feel like this is a good strategy of just kind of sorting through options. Like, what are we looking at? What are you trying to invest for? Like, what is your goal in this? Oh, they actually limited it. So let's take it off. We're gonna look at the other movements that surround this price. No, I think it's $1 above. So before we go even further, say we was to see somebody above $12. 12 plus 12 is already 24. So that's pretty much the whole budget. So I think this should be the highest player that we grab for 12. So if we get a Kristaps, and we start back from the bottom, Kristaps was $12 down. We got about 13, 14 left. He'd either buy another player for around $12, $13, but we just saw is there really ain't nobody up there like that. It'd be a better investment to grab lower price players anyway. So that would really be up to you based off the names I just said. But yeah, let me know how you like what I just did.